Hey Trade Pros, it's Victor from TradePro Academy, and I'm going to show you guys how to make $300 a day trading in the futures markets. So just sit back and enjoy, and let's get started. So let me break it down for you guys first. In front of the screen here, we've got the ES market and just equity correlations along with an ES pivot and a heat map. So what I'm going to be doing today is showing you guys how to make $300 trading one or two lots on the ES with a very simple strategy, a very simple trading strategy. It just revolves around support and resistance levels. This is a price action strategy with a little order flow tucked into it. So without further ado, let's just break it down for you guys. So on a one lot, if you're trading the ES, all you have to do is win 3 trades to make your $300. And to trade a one lot, you're going to need about $500 in margin just to trade the ES, depending on your broker. So that's pretty nice return. Now again, this strategy revolves around risk management as well. So you're going to have to keep an eye out on your position. That means getting out of losing trades quickly and not taking full losses. Otherwise, it might take you a little more than 3 trades to make that $300 a day. Now, if we move over to another asset such as NASDAQ, again, depending on your risk reward parameters, if you're risking 10 ticks to make 20 ticks or $100 per lot, you'll need 3 trades again, assuming the first ES trade is a 5/8 bracket. So again, the 8 ticks is $100 on a one lot. Now, if you trade 2 lots on the ES, you're just going to have to win 2.5 trades. So that means 6 points is $300. If you do a 2 lot and you get 4 points on the first trade, all you need is 2 more points. That could be done with another 2 lot or just a 1 lot with a full trade. So let's just get into the strategy in front of my screen before you guys lose focus. So on my screen, we've got a very basic 5 tick of the ES, and what we're going to do is talk to you guys about the open, high, low, close VWAP strategy and support and resistance levels. So overnight, all we do is map out the moves, the support and resistance levels. So right here, very clear level, you can see a fight. It bounced off it twice, and then back up into this area we've got a few levels. So that comes into consolidation with some of these previous levels right here. This is the previous day close, this red dotted line, and then below that we've got some other levels right here from previous fight action. So if we go ahead and we draw a rectangle in this area, something like that, and we extend it, and we draw another one somewhere here and extend it, and then we've got our overnight high. So let's go ahead into the open here, and what we're simply doing, again, this is some pre-support and resistance right here. These might be a little too close, but again, what we're doing is looking for areas of fight that come into consolidation with other areas. So this area of fight comes into consolidation with the overnight high. So this area of consolidation comes into consolidation with the overnight low. Right here is what we're looking for. At the beginning of the open, you want to see sentiment and a trend. So when the open happens, give it a few minutes, see what happens. If you miss the initial move, don't worry, the opportunity is still there. So what we're doing is, again, highlighting support and resistance areas and waiting for price to come into our area. So the more confluence at an area that you've drawn from previous fight levels, such as an overnight low overlapping with a VWAP overlapping with your area, that makes it a little stronger and a little stronger to break through. So again, consider the pivot points, the S1 and such, which come into consolidation again with those levels. You can go even further and consider the volume profile. So we have great volume profile lessons. You can see right here, this is the 5-day POC. Let's call it the 31 level just based on what I see here. So the 31, surprise, comes to consolidation with this previous support area here. So once price gets into your area and you've elaborated what you think you're going to do in that area, it's time to act. So again, you want to follow the trend and keep some kind of sentiment in the first opening minutes of the market and just follow that. Next comes what happens in that area once price actually comes into that area. So next we're going to go into our order flow here. This is very simple. In this area right here, what we want to see is some sell imbalances if we're trying to short this really strong resistance. So if it bounces back, breaks this low, comes back into the previous low right here, as you can see we've outlined it with a green rectangle. We want to see some sell imbalances in that area while these correlations drop. It's a very simple strategy. All you're looking for is overlap of areas. So again, overnight low, previous drawn support level, and we've also got some volume profiles in there and the pivot points. So keep that in mind. The more they overlap, the stronger they can be. So again, this strategy can be used with the previous day low right here. You can see if it overlaps with other areas. The overnight high, the previous day close, all mapped on Sierra. So if you get them mapped on your charts, consider those levels. So those are very good levels to watch out on, and these are higher probability trades too. Of course, you want to stay in the direction of the trend and try and sell a pullback if it's down or buy a pullback if it's going up. So that's what we're looking for. Stay in the direction of trend, look for the confluence in your area, and then we go into order flow and see, is there really selling or buying at your sell or buy area? If there's a buying in a sell area, you don't really want to sell it. You start putting the pieces together, and then you set your strategy, you set your limits, and you're going for your 5/8. So next what we do is go into the footprint here, and once we go into the footprint, you want to see some selling absorption of the buyers. So you can see right here, buyers are trying to come in, but the sellers are keeping them away. Again, you can see these large offers sitting at the tops of the levels, just pressing sellers down, and then this thing drops. Of course, we've got more secret sauce. It's not as simple as I explained it. Check out our elite course, our futures course. It's brand new. We just released it for all of this information in depth. But the general idea is we're setting limits in our zones. That's why we draw our zones. I gave you a little sneak peek on how to draw our zones, but we're looking for other confirmation as well. And look at that. You can do your $300 day in one trade on a volatile day if you're putting on size. But again, we're talking about 3 trades of 1 lots. So assuming, boom, you catch this first one, next thing you're looking for is a break of a new low and a retrace. So we come back into this little 5 tick here, and we can outline where the low is and where the break would be. So again, look at that. Comes in, breaks the low, retest, comes in the confluence with our previous other zone, then comes back here to test this support that we've anticipated. So you guys might be saying, all right, so I'm selling it at the top. Why not buy it at the bottom for a rip higher? This thing's a huge bear. Don't try and fade volatile bears like this. So that's another thing. You got to consider where sentiment is and risk management in the whole grand scheme of things. You're looking for the highest probability trades. You're not looking for all the trades. If this trade at the top is 90%, buying this at the bottom is 10 to 15%. The clear retrace and pullback of the bear and trying to sell it into that area is a lot higher of a probability trade. You can see the volume to the downside here just increasing, nothing to the swing higher. So guys, I gave you a really in-depth sneak peek of what we do have to offer in the futures course, how you can make $300 a day trading futures with a simple pullback strategy and confluence level strategy. So I want you guys to go out there, give it a try. Check out TRADEPROacademy.com in the elite section in our futures course if you are really interested in making that $300 a day or more. The sky is the limit when it comes to day trading futures. But this was just an overall example of what we do every single day live in our trading room. Ring that little bell to notify you when we do go live for our morning market update, and then we jump in our live trading room. If you want to see this kind of analysis and stuff every day, more in depth, just go over to TRADEPROacademy.com and you guys will see everything you need to know. Alright guys, this is Victor from TRADEPRO Academy. I really hope you enjoyed that video. How to make $300 a day trading futures. Again, we got 3 trades a day. Make them count.